Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to work on the Civic truck. So we did get the window installed last night, and I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to show you a few things, and then we're going to have some fun reassembling this. So we're going to get the driver's window in, passenger window in, all the window tracks, and we're going to start just doing all the rubbers and stuff. So let's show you. So we did manage to find, needs to go up a little higher by the looks of it, the black rubber that goes around the window. So that's going to be cool. It's in spot. And then as you see here, we got the front glass installed. I'm really nervous about pulling this because the paint's like not even 2 days old and not baked in a shop. So technically it shouldn't have nothing on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with probably, oh God, it's so nervous. Okay, now that my mini heart attack's gone, and there. So we're going to start with this driver's side door. So I'm going to clean up this area right here. As you see, it's a disaster, so we can get this door open. Then we're going to get the trim that goes on here. We're going to get the glass in, the glass rubber, all the rubber that goes on here. And we're going to work our way installing all that on both sides. Then if I can do it myself without Jeff, wow, look at that color. I'm going to put the wiper cowl on. The wiper arms probably need to be painted. I'm not going to just stop now and start putting rusty parts on, so I can almost guarantee the wiper arms will have to be painted. But we'll get the cowl on, and then we can just start assembling. So it is getting buffed tomorrow, which means it's going to go in the back bay. And in the back bay is our big turbo SRT that had a couple patches that need to be replaced. So we're going to have to get this back on the ground and switch spots, and then I have to clean this bay out for buffing, but this is the best spot for it to be buffed, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah. This is the bad thing about having so many projects is things never get done. So, man, the color. Look at the color. It is wild. We still have the SRT up there to finish too. There's some rubbers. There's some door glass. Wiper cowl is sitting over there. Let's have some fun. Let's move some stuff around and let's get going on that door glass. I do apologize because I told you I was going to show you us putting this together, and well, I got a little anxious. I did a lot of it, and then Jeff came and gave me a hand, and we finished it up without the camera due to the fact that we're in a tight space right now. So let's walk you through it. The only thing that's not done yet is the back bumper still needs to be quick released, so as you see, but the side skirts are on. It's really dark in here. I do apologize, guys. We did a lot of work off camera because it was very tight underneath the hoist, but Jeff and I just got it in the back bay because we're going to cut it and buff it back here. So we did put the winch on this side, so we have 2 winches, so it works out quite nicely for us where this is a non-runner. So let me show you what we did. So we got it together pretty well. Back glass, we just put it up just because we wanted to seal it tight. So then we did put the rubber on it. I did get a sub that has a little bit of snow there. I should probably stand that up. Okay, so the door glass is in. All the doors assembled. I have to go to the junkyard and still get that piece right there. So you'll see that piece is missing. The other side's good. We got the mirror on, we got the door on. We didn't do the door jambs or the door trim yet, we just ran out of time. But you'll see handles on, mirrors on, the belt rubbers on. So we need to get this from the U-pole and modify it to work. And we're not putting the door trim on until after it's buffed. That way it's less chance of it breaking through. Side skirts are on. We did bolt the bumper down, so one screw, the upper. We still need to get the belly pan, I believe. Yeah, we need a belly pan.
It's probably not going to be there within a cooler anyway.
Yeah, we still need 2 inner fenders as well. We got the wiper cowl in spot. We did find the wipers. Had to be painted black, obviously, but you know, it is what it is. And then you get to this side, and it's the same thing on this side. You'll see here that now this piece was on, so I already had it and modified it. The other side was just no good, so that's on. We did get the new glass installed, which is nice. And then as the same thing, door handle, all the belt trim, things like that. So As you see, it fits good. It looks OEM. The gaps are good. And the back window is pretty crazy. So what we're going to do is after it gets cut and buffed, which we'll probably video that happening, we are going to focus on the box. So what I'm going to end up doing is Jeff and I will paint the inside. So the inside of the quarter panel will be frame paint just to help any of the welding that we did. It will make sure that it doesn't bleed through. And then we are going to put on our side panels. So you'll see that we have the post, the 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to make the bed out of obviously body metal, and then we're going to nut rivet on those 4 spots, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side, and we already have the one made for here. You'll actually see that there's a nut rivet there and a nut rivet there. So what's going to end up happening is we'll get the panels on after we paint inside the panels, inside the quarter panel. We'll put them on. We will end up just doing some seam sealer through here to mat the two together, and then we're going to bed line the whole inside of the box. Once it's bed lined, we already have it too, so it's just basically we got to do it. Once it's bed lined, we are going to do our floor. Now, the one thing that I want to do is I want to put the floor on a little bit of an angle. So instead of having it like this, we're just going to have a slight angle so any water will run to the back. That way.
It doesn't help. It already has the car has a natural rake.
Yeah.
Going forward.
And if the water sits on tongue and groove, anything that's tongue and groove, it's going to warp over time. Yeah. So that way, if you have a little bit of an angle, you wouldn't even really notice it, to be honest. Well, we'll have a little channel down here that Jeff can get bent at work, and then we'll just drill a hole on each end, drill a hole in the trunk, well, what used to be the trunk, so in the box, and have a tube going right to the floor. Seam seal it up, it will drain out.
Well, the tongue and groove, like my buddy said, get commercial grade stuff, then it doesn't.
It's still not designed for the water to be sitting for a long time.
Yeah, it'll hold up the water better than normal stuff.
So that's where we're at. The tailgate is functional. It does come off, which is quite nice. And yeah, so the next thing we're going to do, it probably won't be till after the car is buffed, is we have to put this up in spot. So that's going to go like that. And then we do have quick release. So we'll put 2 quick releases on here, and then we'll still screw it in there too, just to play it safe. So that is where we're at. It's not fitting 100% because of the winch that's still attached.
I think this one, that bumper was aftermarket too, wasn't it?
I honestly don't know. It doesn't fit the best in my eyes. It's acceptable, but not acceptable. Look at this, how straight it is down the side. It does look some good.
Yeah.
We did buy another tailgate today. So we have a spare one. Jeff found one. That one's pitted from... it's just pitted. So we are going to change the glass in it anyways.
Priming and everything else.
Yeah. So it will clean up a little bit, but for a show car, I want it to be perfect. So once we do the outside, we got to do the head gasket, timeout, water pump, put the cam gear on, get the turbo on, get all the intercoolant stuff run. The interior has to be pulled so we can do the headliner and the back sub box. We're going to use that shallow Pioneer there. But what we're going to do is we're going to frame in the box. So we'll frame it in and then have it so that can slide in spot. So we'll carbon fiber all that and probably leave that just a carpet that it is now. So it's going to get cut and buffed today, which is kind of a nerve-wracking day to begin with because you can break through anything. So for it to get cut and buffed, we need to fit the bumper. So talking about nerve-wracking, now this is going to be even worse. I'm going to show you why. So we are going to put quick release right here because we want to bring that bumper up some, so this body line here is a lot tighter than the factory. So we're bypassing the stupid clip that was there that holds it up.
Oh yeah, and ones that always sag and everything after years.
Yeah, and then we bought just a quick release style right here. So technically this should have been done before it was painted, but we don't roll that way. So Jeff is going to cut this. And then we are going to put our quick release in. So what did you do, Jeff? You just
took it off, kind of get it roughly where I wanted it, traced it, and that's where it's going to be when you center it. So
you're going to go just a little smaller than what you have out, just to make sure.
What's that?
When you're step drilling down, you're going to go a little smaller.
That's as big as that goes, and it's just a touch smaller than this, so this could...
So the first issue I see is that's going to hit the car on the inside.
That's why we start the hole with it stable. You pull this down, pull it away and push.
All right, so Jeff has a plan, and hopefully he doesn't fuck up the paint.
Yeah, thanks.
So with this getting cut and buffed today, that means I'm gonna say next week, but it's not the case because that SRT needs to get done and out of here. But we got to start building the box. So, yay! We were gonna ceramic coat the car today at the same time because cutting and buffing it, then it's already ready for ceramic coat. But we're gonna wait a month to let the paint breathe a little more because technically it takes 2 to 3 months for your paint to fully cure, and it has to breathe. So if you ceramic coat it, you're gonna seal everything and it won't be able to breathe. So we're going against the ceramic coat until then.
Apparently I picked a dull fucking...
For plastic, I'd say.
Careful you don't hit the car when you go through.
I'd probably say right there.
Fun.
Not.
It still needs to be pushed through a little bit more. But that's gonna fit. So I can extend this out from the...
I love how you think this is fun, the way you're going. But it's gonna fit, and I'm sitting here like crimping my ass cheeks together to make sure that you don't hit the paint. Because I'd probably just junk the car. And I'm not joking.
Yeah.
So we built a Civic truck. Oh my god, you know what I'd do if we actually end up hitting the paint?
What?
I'd do Whistling Diesel. Have you ever watched him?
No.
He takes like $100,000 trucks and destroys them.
Really?
Oh yeah, like he just bought a SEMA truck, $100,000 Ford, and like he's destroying it.
Really?
Oh yeah, he made his 2005 like Cummins. He jacked it up like 50 feet in the air and made stilt wheels to see how far he could drive before it rolled over. Like stuff like that. Like I'd do the same thing with this. And one video he did was every time he read a hate comment, he'd smash his truck. So he went outside with a sledgehammer, and every hate comment, he'd smash his truck.
So that's how it fits. Now there is a locking ring that goes on the back too.
They don't look bad. Not for $2.99 at Alibaba. It's not where I ordered it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we need to watch that tip when you're pulling that out.
That's what I'm just keeping it down.
Now you need to figure out where you're going so you can drill it on the other side. The good thing about this, it kind of swivels too, so it's not like it has to be
Well,
dead
exactly.
on.
If this panel isn't completely straight, it will
swivel.
Yeah.
Basically, we need to get this off.
That's what I'm thinking, and then you can look through the center.
Yeah.
And start your hole. Really?
Luckily, that didn't splash any further.
Yeah.
Matt's here. Almost like we knew what we were doing.
Not quite, but almost. Do you need the screw there to hold itself up now?
Put the screw
Mostly
in.
just a...
It's only been on recorder for 26 minutes. And here's Matt, who's going to start cleaning the car and buffing. Hi, Matt. see what we're doing here is I had these laying around and got primer overspray all over it. So we are just taking some 2000 wet, and you'll see that there's the overspray on it. So we're just trying to sand the overspray off. And what I'm trying not to do, as you can see, I have the edges rolled, is not hit the body because Matt is cutting the bucket in. Yeah, take it off.
Yeah. Because if not, that tiny little bit would have been, it would have come up, like, it would have buffed out anyways. Here, yeah, I guess you can undo that first.
So here we are, it's been cut, it's been buffed. We are gonna ceramic coat it, but we're gonna wait probably a month or so. He did a really awesome job. There's some little blemishes, but it's nothing he did. It's more of just some dirt in it. So you can only take the dirt down so far. But, you know, no matter where you go, you ain't gonna be perfect. The body works A1, so it looks really good though. Jeff's in the house right now, and he is baking the lights that we showed you earlier. The heat gun wasn't working, so we'll get the retrofits in this week, and then finish off the SRT, and then start working on the box. It's nice to see the glass and working. Like, look, it looks factory. And now it has taillights. Thanks a lot, guys. If you want to follow the build, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, stay up to date with us. We are on Instagram as well. B is for Boost, and we really do appreciate the follow. And hopefully next time we're going to do some more stuff to this. Now we got to do the head gasket, time belt, water pump, install the intercooler, intercooling piping, get that running. We're going to buy our computer. We do have our AEM fuel pump, RC injectors. And we did buy ARP head studs, so it should be good for 200 horsepower minimum. And we did go with a VTEC head. So make sure you follow along with us, guys, and we'll have some fun. Catch you next one.